Okay.
Last thing we did, or
Yeah, last thing we did was this. And yeah, let me just what was that? So that was in Flake outputs. So we added this checks.nvim to have the nixvim
these are
package.
flake checks. It's for the Nix flake check command.
Yeah. And so this is in the outputs. I guess one question I have is, are the checks, just like other things, that can be anywhere, as long as they end up in the per system attribute, I guess. And you can put a check for some other program if you want.
Yes, they are just things that will be built.
Okay. And that's actually, yeah, like the check that's performed is simply whatever here is on the right-hand side is going to be built.
It'll be evaluated and then realized.
Okay.
Nix
Okay.
flake check has a field, a flag, keep going.
Mm-hmm. And this is part of the normal flake schema. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. It's not something that's like coming from any of the other things that we've added. Okay. I'll look at this later. I haven't, or maybe I have seen this and just didn't really look into it, but yeah. I guess maybe just a brief question. What do you typically use, or what do you typically put in your checks?
Anything that I care that it about it being successfully built.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have like one for your NixOS, Nix Android, Home Manager. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this lets you just kind of like add things to the list of what will be populated with next flake check, and then you have a quick way of making sure your changes didn't break anything without having to run a whole bunch of separate commands. Okay.
Sorry, I was just pushing a tiny little commit feature to my infra repo for us to look at. Do something like git show.
Okay, just the most recent commit. Okay.
You shouldn't care about the parts that are deleted.
This is the thing you mentioned, factor, and
Let's give you the context.
sure.
Not leave you to figure this out by yourself. Do you remember our list of systems in the flake-parts evaluation?
Yeah, like when we do Nix Flake show, it lists all those systems out.
Right, and it's just an irrelevant list of systems at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it really should be only the systems that you care about. What are the systems that you care about?
At the moment, just probably x86, 64 Linux.
Right, but that is because
That's the only computer I have Nix.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
but
we want to
eventually,
compute,
probably this one too would be the very next one. Imagine.
right? So we want to compute the systems from the NixOS configurations.
Okay,
And that's
I
the
see.
expression that does that.
I see. Okay, so this is not something you're setting anywhere. That's basically the systems that are supported. No, that is
I think in my case,
you've just
it is
targeted.
something I'm setting. Let's check that through
Sure.
the REPL.
Um, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, sure.
That's sorry, this is my repo. We want the
Yeah.
REPL in your repo.
Okay. Yeah. So Nix, what was it? NixOS configurations.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does this have don't yes, that's what I wanted. So it does have PKGs, but let's see whether that successfully evaluates. Okay, cool. So we
so
can use that.
what were you? Okay. Okay. You basically wanted to know if this system that I've highlighted here would be available. And I guess this like this will just be a single value, right?
Um, Single value.
Well, um, okay, actually, never mind. It's coming in from a. Well, yeah, actually, so why is this name argument present?
That's the signature of the function expected by mapatters to list.
I see. Okay. So even though you don't use name, you need to conform with that API.
Yes.
Okay. Um, okay. So this will pass in the NixOS, and you're looking into it to get the system out, the host platform system, and that result will be mapped to, um, I guess, all of the whatever these are, config.flake. Yeah, yeah. So what's
Why don't we
that?
paste that in your code, and then we'll have the
Like
full context.
this part?
All of it. You can copy. You can move over, copy over from my repo,
Just the whole
the whole
system's
file.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So how did I search it? Was
Modules.
those? Okay. Okay. And then in the REPL, you need to like reevaluate.
Forget the REPL. Just
Okay.
let's read the code.
Yeah. So I guess the things that are not obvious to me are the the pipe operator being used here. Although it seems like this is going to be the nixflake.nixos configurations. That's going to be the thing that contains all the whatever, like the names of the, I forget is it module, like base is one of them, PC is another one. Is that right or no?
That sounds like you're talking about config modules NixOS.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. So I guess I'm not sure what's in this thing I've highlighted.
The flake option in flake-parts
Mm-hmm.
is for arbitrary flake outputs. It's not type checked. You can put whatever you want there.
Okay.
And it'll end up in the outputs of the flake.
Like in the, okay. And when you say outputs of the flake, you mean like alongside things like checks or,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So like at the top level of the flake outputs.
Yes, the flake outputs.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is how checks end up where they are.
I see. Okay.
flake-parts declares this option, flake,
Mm-hmm.
and it also, when you do something like persystem and add a package there or a check there,
Mm-hmm.
then it expands that into config dot. It expands that to flake dot package dot system
Mm-hmm.
dot that package
I
and
see.
so on.
Okay.
So it's used internally in flake-parts, and we can use it as well.
Okay.
And here we're not assigning to it. Here we are reading from it. We are assigning
Right.
to it in another file. In fact, this very value we are assigning to in another file
Already or in your info repo?
already.
Okay. That was it. X.
Modules configurations,
Mhm.
NixOS. This can be written a little bit nicer with pipe operator, because then you won't need to flip.
Okay. Um, shall we do that?
Sure.
So I assume flip goes away and then,
With pipe operators, we usually start with the value, and then we pipe it through whatever we want.
okay. So the config.configurations.nixos is the value.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to, like, ultimately NixOS configurations needs to be a list or no.
We're not even
Yeah.
changing the behavior of this code, right? We're just
Yeah. Yeah.
shifting expressions around.
So,
Yes, that goes in the beginning, and then there's a pipe
mhm. So the
that
thing,
can be removed. That's it.
okay.
I think this is more readable,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll probably format differently.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
No, Okay.
Oh, you know what? I don't have my formatter on. You know what? I'm out of habit. I opened up um
Hmm.
my other um
It was modules, configurations, NixOS.
yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, just to make sure I understand this, this is a list.
It's an adder set.
Okay, so it's an adder set, and it will have yeah, I guess what will the key value pairs be? I'm imagining all the system
An
names, but
option for this is declared at the top of the file.
that's too far away for me to look all by myself. I need my thank you. Apparently, I'm not awake yet. Okay, so this is a lazy. Okay, so wait a second. This is a lazy adder set of uh, submodules with a module option that is a deferred module.
Yes.
Okay.
So it being a submodule and not itself just a deferred module is like looking into the future because
Mm,
there are no other attributes here other than module.
hmm.
But I think this is idiomatic.
Okay. Okay, but so at the end of the day, the configurations.nixOS is an adder set, and the it will have a module key and then the value of so it'll have some name for a module key,
Hmm. In
and
our
then
case,
yeah, and then on the
B14.
say again.
I'm suggesting we think of the value in our case, in our usage.
Yeah, yeah. So and then in the kit, like the value will be, um, I guess yeah. The term still not quite clear. It's a deferred module, right? Is that accurate? Or,
Mm-hmm.
and then that deferred module will be
We're using it in hosts B14s.
uh
This is where we're using that.
okay. So this is so we're assigning right. Okay, so this is making more sense now. Like the where's my
That, yes.
yeah. Okay, so this option that we declare is a lazy adder set of submodules with an option named module. And that is the thing that we are assigning to here on the far left, which basically means we um, so a deferred module is where the lazy evaluation comes in. Is that the correct mental model? Or I guess what does the deferred mean?
It's just a module. The word deferred means to distinguish it from the modules that take part in the evaluation of this configuration.
Okay. Okay.
Ironically, it does take part in the evaluation of this configuration, but only as a module of a nested configuration,
Hmm.
right? Because these are NixOS modules, not flake-parts modules.
Okay. I guess another thing that comes to mind is that, like, in the declaration of the option here, we don't say anything about what must be passed as um, attributes into the like attribute set of the function call, and that is somehow implied elsewhere, like by the usage.
It's not type checked.
Right. Right. Like I
There are
guess.
there are two parts to this. One, it's not type checked. Two,
Hmm.
the arguments that go in there are, there are some that are just part of what the module system itself passes by default.
It's
Always.
basically it's determined by where this module gets used, basically by the call site, I guess, which is the module system, which is why. Yeah. So I guess yeah, in my I'm still wrapping my head around some of this stuff, but like the notion that you can write a function or I guess kind of declare that a function slash module must be the type in one place, but then not specify the arguments that are necessary to pass to that function at that same call site is like the thing I'm still wrapping my head around, right?
It's
That,
not
that,
just a function, it's a module.
yeah.
It's a Nix
Okay. But
packages module system module.
okay. So it has more meaning. And yeah, so I guess if I looked at the documentation for libtypes deferred module, it will describe this in um,
I don't think it'll help us.
okay, maybe not. I'll keep that tab open for later. But okay, back to okay. So I can see now the connection between like this code, specifically like the name of um, this adder path and the option declaration over here on the middle pane. And then the the pane on the far right, which is where we started. Um, or even just like this one here. Config.configure. So this name is expected to have some number of attributes, each of which has some meaning in the sense of like, P14S personal is my host machine attribute set, and the module inside of it will contain something that's relevant to that system. And so this here is taking all of those and piping them into the libmap adders to generate I guess yeah, it's like forwarding the module attribute into yeah, I guess I'm yeah, where are we going with this? What are we trying to understand?
Well, just to complete what that is, libnixOS system is
Mhm.
another eval modules wrapper.
Another eval module wrapper.
Eval modules.
Okay, so like the sort of root level, the sort of main, the core of the module system is the eval module, and this is a wrapper around that that does some additional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And so
It,
this is
the
where.
majority of what it does is injects all of the NixOS modules.
Okay. And so when you say NixOS modules,
From Nix packages, not ours.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, oh, I had the. Okay, so I guess. Yeah, that module systems on Nix.
I suppose you have systems declared somewhere else, and that file is not tracked.
Apparently that's the only place. So I mean,
Maybe then flake-parts has default value for systems.
maybe. Okay, so this is different. This only shows x86 64 Linux.
Mm-hmm.
So just by adding this file on the right,
Mm-hmm.
which yeah, at the end of the day, there's a there's like the list of the strings of all the systems that Nix is aware of, right? Like
It's
there's
not
all.
Nix. So let's talk about what this option is.
Okay, this one.
Yes,
Okay.
it's of course an option of a flake-parts option, right?
Mm. And actually, just how it isn't a flake parts option because the way we're evaluating everything is sort of assumes that any attribute at the top level of the attribute set is a flake parts option. Is that?
These are all flake-parts modules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the dendritic pattern, there are some entry point Nix files, like flake Nix.
Mm-hmm.
There can be more, but all the rest of the Nix files are top level configuration modules. In our
Okay.
case, the top level is flake-parts.
Okay. Okay.
So we're setting systems option controls what systems per system expands into. That's it. That's all.
I see. Okay. So what we did here, um, I see. Okay. So this. Wait a second. Is that? Okay, so that is being set here, which is ultimately coming from this, which has this NixOS, and then okay, so like ultimately, what's
Mm-hmm.
a little bit? There's a few hops, but ultimately, what this systems is set to is a list that's being derived from the host platform system of every yeah, okay, so every like this essentially, yeah,
Yes.
okay, so if and when I start adding other hosts, at some point one of those will likely be something else than x86 64 Linux, and then
Mm-hmm.
I will end up with, you know, whatever that additional system type is in my, you know, checks or other outputs. They will have um, that machine, that system type.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, this is making more sense now. And I get it's nice because then you don't have to like a priori list out the types of systems you want to support. You just write the systems that you want, and then their host platform drives that the creation of that system list.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. Um, was where we started with you wanting to show me something from your updates to your repo? Was this the extent of it, or was there more to it?
Yes. That was
Okay.
it.
Okay. Cool. Um, that's pretty nifty. Um, do we want to? What's next? Do you think? Given that we have just under 25 minutes, or
Did you
perhaps less.
re- remove the follows, the Nixvim inputs, next packages follows?
Um, think you're talking about in the flake inputs, a flake input.
Yes.
Should I remove it or did I remove it?
Well, I thought you would know what I'm talking about because I made an issue on your repo.
Ah, I probably
But
did that while I was asleep.
yeah,
Um,
basically, Nixvim pins its own Nix packages,
okay.
and they don't support changing that.
Okay. Yeah. This is, I remember listening to, I think you interviewed, Kaitan. He's the one who runs NixFam, right? Or a big contributor to it, right?
Correct.
Um, yeah, I seem to recall in one of your podcast episodes, probably in the first year or two of it, um, there
Mm-hmm.
was um, some discussion of this. And when we spoke about this, I think I mentioned it, and I seem to remember that instead of like, yeah, they basically want to test NixVim with a specific version of Nix packages rather than allowing. I mean, basically, if you do this, then it's like your your dependencies are, or I guess your users' flavor of Nix packages as potentially, you know, it's just different all the time, and people are going to have potentially issues that are harder to reproduce for the maintainers of NixVim. So they want to, yeah, as you said, have their own
Mm-hmm.
self-pinned NixVim. Um, okay, which I think I understand both perspectives of why they would not want to allow this and why others might want to allow this, or users might want to do this. And yeah, there's trade-offs, right, in both directions.
Yes.
So what's you think we should just get rid of this?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Another approach is to make this Nix packages revision our Nix packages revision. Is actually
Mm.
to flip the direction.
Yeah, for the whole system.
Yes. But I'm not sure that's a very good idea either, because I don't think they advance it
Yeah,
as
yeah,
often as we would like to advance. It wouldn't be practical to depend on their pace
right.
for
Yeah, I agree.
all of our system.
That seems like putting the cart before the horse. Um, yeah, so I guess it's keep it as is and take the risk of some potential incompatibility or breakage, or switch it to what they have and have a little bit more storage in the Nix store get used up, essentially. I
Yes.
mean, that's really the downside, right? Or that's if you
One could also imagine a version mismatch between
mm-hmm.
Nix
Some
Vim, what
yeah.
its expectations are, and when it interacts with, especially since we adopted this approach of, or at least I have, where if I enable some LSPs,
Mm-hmm.
I set the package to null.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the correct thing to do anyway. And the packages will be from some arbitrary project instance of Nix packages.
Right.
So
Okay, so you start to get into the situation where the project is you expect the project to be able to define its own dependencies, which then you can't codify into your editor configuration, and then the potential for some incompatibility is going to be present.
well, yeah, make
But
some
may, maybe, yeah, to the extent that that stuff has like version shear issues.
uh or like Nix Vim can use, like if you set it up to use ripgrep for some tool, right? For
Mm,
some file searching feature.
yeah.
Because that's actually a popular thing to do.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that ripgrep could be like right, like pinned inside your Nix Vim, or it could be an expectation that the system path has ripgrep. So
Right.
all these things are like complex, and you gotta call
Yeah.
many shots along the way and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
deal with it.
So my personal inclination is to leave it as is for now. And if I actually encounter an issue, maybe keep this in the back of my head as a thing I can, I guess maybe, so where is
I
this
don't think it's even worth it, because
worth, worth changing, you mean, or worth not changing?
yeah, worth trying. It's not worth trying to deduplicate this, because how much of the tree will be really actually common between your NixVim and the rest of your NixOS and your home manager? I think
Oh,
not
yeah,
much of it, because
probably not.
NixVim, it's, you use most of that size of that tree is probably plugins and their dependencies, and
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a very different tree. I think I think that the funny part about this is that a big size of anything that uses Nix packages is the Nix packages checkout.
Say that again?
A big size of anything that uses Nix packages is the Nix packages checkout.
Ah, right. Just getting the sources
This
or
the
the
source,
tarball. Yeah.
the Nix packages source.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think we can live with that.
Okay. Uh, right. I'm going to leave that there. Oh, fun.
You have to write the flake.
Ah, okay. I was first going to try to see if I could format this a little better, but we'll get there. Okay. Uh, right. Like, uh,
Run. Nix run.
okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Seems like a good place to stop and add it, but
You didn't try to run it yet.
oh, sorry. Yes. Nick's Vim specifically,
How
or
about we do one small thing before we
sure.
try? We probably want to have nvim on your path.
Yeah, that would be handy.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
So
uh,
what's
yes.
going on here? What am I looking at?
I, I I ran the wrong thing.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, nvim on the path. What do we want to do for that?
I think we want to add something like because we're going to put and you don't have home manager yet, so we're going to put it in your NixOS. So maybe nixos.nix under NixVim.
Hmm. Okay, so okay. Um, we need some example to okay, so yeah, what do we do for
Well, first you're going to do something in your NixOS, right? How do you do that?
mhm. It's the sorry. My brain is not working right now. I need to I just need to like look at one of the other examples. Trying to think of One
Any
of
of
the,
them,
yeah. Sure.
not this one.
Not, maybe not, maybe not that one. Maybe not that one. Um, time. Okay. Yeah. So it's flake.modules base, I think, or PC.
It's probably PC, because there's no point in having this on some
Like a
server.
server or something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess probably not. Yeah. At least not the full glory of it, of a Neovin development environment. Yeah. Okay. Um,
The option you're looking for is environment.system packages.
okay. And
It's
yeah, this comes,
it's
this
not
was,
uh, it's not like 3 layers deep. It's system packages.
uh,
We use camel case for such things. Yes, and that's a list
okay.
of
And
packages. They will be available in the path of all users.
okay. And yeah, so this is like, this is the same thing you would see in like the sort of stock NixOS configuration.nix.
Yes, but your NixVim is not in PKG.
Sorry, NixVim or NeoVim. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. So it is in,
Yes, you'll get it from the Flake outputs, kind of.
okay.
You'll get it from the configuration. You won't reach all the way out into the Flake outputs. You'll get it from the configuration, from the Flake
Okay.
configuration. You need to use you, it's you like you have it on per system, right? So that's what you're doing there, right? Packages NixVim on the left. But you cannot, you're not currently in a per system scope.
Mm-hmm.
So the way to reach into a per system scope is with a utility that comes from the top arguments of flake-parts. It's called
Mm-hmm.
withSystem.
Okay. And that is, you don't have that already. Okay. And we're not using that currently.
Mm-hmm. So in there, you'll probably put parentheses because can't have spaces in a list otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll call withSystem.
Mm-hmm.
The first argument is the system.
Uh,
Where do you
that,
get the system from?
um, config.
And that column is not supposed to be there. It's an argument to withSystem. We're not making a function here.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
just passing an argument to withSystems.
Is it coming from config or no?
It comes from config of what?
Config dot flake.
Config of what? Where do you get config from here?
Well, it's not present at the moment, but it needs to be the flake parts config, I think.
No, we are talking. what determines what are we doing? We are adding something to the packages of a PC, a NixOS module that we don't know the system of it, right? It could be any system.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to obtain the system of this NixOS configuration.
I agree.
So we currently this module, this NixOS module that we're in, it's an adder set, but it can be a function.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To make
Right.
it a function, you
So,
just add yes, and then you have PKGs there.
okay.
And now you can do pkgs.system.
Okay.
Now the second argument with system is a function, so we need another parentheses. The parameters, we can name it. Actually, I don't think we'll name it. I think we'll make a pattern parameter. I don't. Either way works. If we name it PSArgs, I think. Right. And now we can access PSArgs and say PSArgs dots config dot packages
Packages or PKGs?
packages
Mm.
dot nixvim.
Okay.
You see what the withSystem utility does? It allows you to say, okay, this system, and now here's a function for getting stuff out of the per system.
Mm-hmm.
Where on the left is where we have provided a value, right? Per system packages.nixvim.
Mm-hmm.
And on the right,
Yeah.
we are reaching into getting that. Now,
Okay.
where's withSystem from?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, exactly.
It's from the top args.
Like up here,
Mm-hmm.
like that, or
Yes.
okay. So that's not like a. So what
flake-parts
flake-parts provides
specific.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see if it works. What we need to do is
And was
do something like
platform by stood in host platform.system.
let's
That's referring to this packet pkgs.system, right?
what does?
So there was this warning.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Sorry. Let's use that.
Studem.hostplatform.system.
Yes.
Okay. So now.
Now we do
Okay.
an NixOS rebuild, test.
Okay. Like test literally or just build it?
Instead of build,
Hmm.
instead of switch, instead of boot, I think test is the correct one. And now you don't need to provide the name. Flake equals dot. Maybe flake is unnecessary by now. Try, yeah, try this. Or try just dot. Nah, it's still necessary. Flake dot, not hash dot.
Just that.
The hash is the part of the syntax for reaching into a output on the flake. So dot
Hmm.
hash.
Okay, so basically, it seems like it would work, but I'm not doing this as root, so
Correct.
okay. I actually have a meeting in 1 minute, so I need to
Okay.
stop here. But yeah, that will. I scheduled some time for